A while back I did a video on influencers naming their children, and they were calling them stuff like Piggledy Piggledy Smith or yogurt pudding dressing. They were just throwing words together basically. Their names were just jumbles. And you guys seem to love that video. Then Cal found a Reddit called Tragedy, where people submit tragic names they were given from birth, because that's usually when people are named, believe it or not. So I thought it'd be funny if we just explored some of these names. And if you don't like your name, maybe this will make you feel better about it. Who knows? I hope the niece is able to change her name once she turns 18. Eta, for telling my sister I told you so because her daughter hates her name. What does Eta mean? Am I the asshole? I just figured that out myself. Anyway, I, 32F, have been giving... I'm sorry, what's your fucking name? 32F, isn't that a bra size? You can't just call yourself that. I, Fighter Jet, have been having a bit of drama with my younger sister, Ramona. In brackets 30F. Am I stupid? What is 30F? Oh, 32-year-old female, 30-year-old female. Okay. I've been having a bit of drama with my younger sister about her daughter, Egwin. Oh, fucking hell. I really am truly sorry about that name. Egwene. It could even be Egwene, which is even worse. It's like egg and wiener. Or Egwen, it's just as bad. It's just egg. If egg is in your name, I'm really sorry about that. I really am. You don't even need to give a kid like that a wedgie because their name is just already Egwene. So don't be bullying people like that, please, come on. Yes, dear reader, that is her real name, and it is the root of the issue. Now, I love my younger sister, and we've always gotten along pretty well. However, she has always been into nerdy pop culture stuff. She plays Dungeons & Dragons weekly, loves Marvel movies, and is obsessed with fantasy novels. There's nothing wrong with that. Her favorite, as you may have guessed, is the Wheel of Time series. I didn't guess that, but I'm guessing Egwene is from that. Now, I know next to nothing about this series, but I knew enough to know that Egwene Alvear wasn't a name she came up with on her own. When she announced that name, there was a bit of confusion and disapproval from my family, but no one strongly pushed back on it. That honor went to me. I tried to approach the subject calmly. I even gave her the "you're naming a human being" speech, but she said she knew best. After a brief back and forth, I flat out told her her daughter was going to get bullied. She blew up at me and didn't push the issue any further because I could see that she wouldn't budge. This is actually a problem that I suffer with. After watching a show, it becomes my personality, or I become obsessed with it. If I happen to be naming a child around that time, they would be called something fucking weird, quite frankly. I'm gonna own up to that. That's just the truth. Now, I see what she's saying about "you're naming a human being" speech, because you can get away with this when you're naming animals, because they don't even know their own fucking name. I yelled "shit bum" at my dog the other day, and he came running, really happy at me. His name is not Shitbum, believe it or not. I didn't call him that. So you can name dogs, cats, whatever you want. And it's funnier the weirder you name them as well. It's just better. People enjoy it. If you've got a dog called Toenail or a cat called Leona Lewis, it's just funny. You know, Leona Lewis is outside on your car bonnet licking herself. How charming. But when it comes to a human being, they've got to live with that name for the rest of their life. And although it's an interest of yours, this series, where Egwene Alvear came from, it's not an interest of theirs, and it probably will never be an interest of theirs, because there's a whole new, like, plethora, which I think is part of a vagina, so I'm sorry for using that word, for them to enjoy, and they probably won't be enjoying entertainment from your youth. So, to be called Egwene, against your will, is cruel. It is cruel. And I hope I'm saying this right, and it's not Egwene, or something like that. I don't think it could, no matter what, it's not... It's not saving the name, I don't think. Having said all that, it is such a difficult conversation to have with your sister, to say, you cannot call your daughter Egwene. I'm aware of the fact that I get obsessed with things, and I would name a child during that obsession quite poorly. I'll be watching Peaky Blinders, and then my first daughter is born, and I'm calling her Tommy Shelby. But if someone approached me and said, that's not a good idea, I'd say, what the fuck are you talking about? Don't be so offensive. Little Tommy Shelby, you're gonna hurt Tommy Shelby's feelings. You know, she can hear you. So it's not an easy conversation to have. Fast forward, and Gwen is happy, healthy, 11-year-old girl. However, she has been voicing lately that she hates her name. The teachers at school always get it wrong, and her classmates tease her constantly. None of this is helped by the fact that Ramona insists on calling her Egwene Alvear, not just Egwene. Egwen or Gwen. Okay, it must be Egwen, which she much prefers. At this point, just stop calling your kid something for your own sake. You're calling Gwen Egwen Alvear just because you like the sound of it, not because Gwen does. Let your kid have her own life. Egwen Alvear, your porridge is ready. Call me fucking Gwen. I've had it. Poor kid. Well, the two have been bickering a lot lately. Ramona has tried venting that Egwene won't shut up about her name and she doesn't know what she's going to do about her. What do you mean do about her? You're not going to kill her, are you? I kind of sarcastically said, if only someone had warned you. Or she asked what I meant. I said she named her daughter something stupid and now she's facing the consequences. She said she doesn't know why she even bothered coming to me and she should have known I was going to be a bitch. I told her if she would have put more thought into naming her child, she wouldn't be in this situation. To be fair, Egwene Alvear, come on, doesn't belong in a classroom, belongs on the back of a dragon, fighting for a kingdom. You got to think of the child. It might seem like a good idea at the time, and you're like, oh, I love this show. I'm calling her I'm going to call her 0-year-old Egwene. But then, even already at 11 years old, she's like, fuck this name, I hate this. Think how she's going to feel when she's 30 years old walking around as Egwene Devere. Well, she decided Egwene can't come over to my house anymore because I'm putting bad thoughts into her head. She's also roped in our mother, who agreed with me about the name, but said it was a low blow to bring up that I had warned her and that I should just suck it up and apologize. I don't think I need to apologize, but I thought I should get an outside opinion. So am I the arsehole? That is such a tough one. I feel like, don't say anything now the kid's 11. It's too late. It's 11 years too late. You voiced your opinion back at the time. Everyone was aware of that. And you're right. She should have never been called Egwene, but she is now. So just got to get on with it. Maybe you should, I mean, it's okay to say to Ramona, just call her Gwen. She likes to be called Gwen. But maybe don't say, oh, if only someone warned you 11 years ago. You stupid bitch. Speaking of poor girls, have you met Asterix Tally? What? Why would that name even come up in your name? And this is the 5th seed as well, by the way. This is the 5th seed. So it's the 5th child. Her sister closing bracket is an absolute nightmare. Is that an... Have I fucked up? Or is that Asterix? It's ass something. It's ass. I know it's ass something because it makes me drool when I say it. Well, that is an unfortunate name. I named my son a tragedy. My son is named Derek. Yes, I know, I'm deeply ashamed. It was almost 50 years ago when I committed the crime, and I still feel guilty for causing my son to pronounce and spell his name for everyone. Is that pronounced Derek? What is that pronounced? Yuck! Just looks like yuck. Derek. Why would you choose to do it? Oh, it was almost 50 years. Oh, Derek's like over 50 years now. Okay. Well, I'm sure he's had time to get over it. If your son's like, this is almost 50 years ago, this makes you, what, 70? 70 years old. You found a Reddit page. How have you found a Reddit page at 70 years old? Have you found exactly what you're looking for and managed to post a comment? My mum, who's nowhere near 70 years old, asked Alexa to take a photo of her earlier. With what fucking camera? It's a speaker. And then when she said, oh, sorry, I can't do that, she told her to shut up and got her in a headlock. And I had to just get her, I had to calm her down and say, come on. We'll put a fresh nappy on you. We'll put you down to, come on, we'll put you down to bed. We'll put your programs on. Put a blanket over you, and then we'll get someone to come up and feed you applesauce. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I thought. Yuck. I thought it, but I didn't say it. That's a bit harsh, okay? Because if Derek sees this, the only response to this is not, oh, it's not that bad. Oh, it's just a bad spelling, but Derek is a fine name. You've just got someone saying, yuck. That's fucking disgusting. That's actual yuck. My poor niece. My brother and his girlfriend have decided to name their unborn child Charlotte. I'm not close enough to them to complain about it or to explain that it reminds me of the word shart. But I do feel sorry for the kid. I'm not close enough to tell them that it reminds me of the word shart. Oh my god, Charlotte. It does. I mean, Charlotte's a name, but then when you spell it like that, it does just look like Charlotte who sharts her pants. It's just a specific vein of Charlottes who shart a lot. Just pooey Charlottes that walk around. They just deserve a different spelling. If you don't know what shart is, it's a shit fart. It's where you fart but you shit a bit. I'm sure everyone knows, but just in case you don't. Charlotte. Oh no, I just know that people have called her Charlotte as well. That is such a shame. Or Shartle. I'm pretty sure that's a Pokemon, just throws its own shit at Pikachu every now and then. Just a tiny little a Charlotte. See, the kid's already getting bullied. I don't think it's even born yet. It's unborn and it's already been called Charlotte, Shartle, and Charlotte. It's been called Charlotte twice. Oof, that's bad. What's wrong with Charlotte? Yeah, that's so true. Why go for Charlotte? which is like Charlotte, spelt like a shart, and you choose not to go with Charlotte, the classic. It's the same with the influencers naming their children. People want to be unique and they want to come up with unique names, which is fine, but just give it a real thought. You know, what the person said before, you're naming a human, is very valid because you're naming a human shart. Something about a shart. Maybe they'll change their mind before it's born, or maybe it will come out and they're like, I think Poulet's even better. 6-letter boy name ends in X. Can't be Lennox, Maddox, as those are taken by siblings asking for a friend. You're naming all your children on purpose, like a 6-letter boy name that ends in X. What about sex? What about that? That'd be funny. Or Stex, because it like stinks. No, that doesn't make sense. Pretend I never said that. Butt sex. Oh my god. Why compromise? Just go for bum sex. That's true. Oh yeah, twins, bum sex or butt sex. Oh, and butt sex. Yeah, if you get twins, butt sex, bum sex, nut sex as well if you get triplets, where people just bang nuts off each other, bang their nuts back and forward. Imagine that. You're instantly the fucking weirdest cousin, which is hard, you know, when your cousins are called Lennox and Maddox, and you've got fucking bum sex turning up, and he's the weird one. What are the advantages of naming a child a tragedy? I'm not planning to name any child like this, just wondering why anyone would do this beyond them having something unique or different, which isn't really a direct advantage in itself, and probably more a disadvantage anyway. I came up with more likely to get an email address / domain that better matches your name. Adam, it's a good question. I think it's just to be unique and different. I think that's the only reason people go for these insane names. That's just the truth. Oh, it's the Nick Cannon's family tree again, guys. Which one's worse? Let's have a look at... I forgot these already. Monroe Cannon, Moroccan Cannon, Zion Cannon, Zillion Cannon, Beautiful Cannon, Golden Sagan Cannon, Powerful Queen Cannon, Rice Messiah Cannon, Onyx Ice Coal Cannon, Zen Cannon, Halo Marie Cannon, Legendary Love Cannon. I still think Legendary Love Cannon's ridiculous. It sounds like a penis. How's he found a group of women that are all willing to name their children like this? How's he managed that? He's the common denominator. So it's him that likes this for sure, and he's managed to convince these women that it's a good idea to call them Onyx Ice Cold Cannon. It's the sort of name I would just give my club penguin at the age of 8 because I think it's fucking cool. It is for a club penguin. It is. Am I the arsehole for asking MASH or Marvel? My kid was playing with a new kid. The other mum came up to me and told me that her son's name is Hawkeye. I couldn't help myself. Hawkeye. There's no way that's real. You've just called your kid Hawkeye. Why? Because it came out... He came out my pum like an arrow. He was just shot across the hospital. So ever since then, he could thread himself through the eye of a needle. So he gained that name. I had a name originally. He was going to be called Stanley, but as soon as he shot out like that, like a fucking arrow, he gained his name. He gained his name Hawkeye. Just learned my relative's newborn son's name. It's Noah. The K is silent. Everyone's initial pronunciation has been Kanoa. His nickname is Peanut. That's got to be cruel in itself. His nickname's literally just Peanut. It's the most boring nut there is. And if he's got a peanut allergy, that's just even crueler. Imagine having a whole fucking name, and maybe you're quite fond of the name, but people just start calling you Peanut, and you're too young to fight back or say, I don't want to be called Peanut. So you just got to deal with it. My other relatives refuse to call the baby by his nickname because that's their dog's name. Lol. Well, fair enough, to be honest. Or just call him Human Peanut. And then you can continue to call your dog Peanut, but then at any time that little baby Noah comes around, you say, oh, hello, Human Peanut. Would you like to play a game or something? So I don't know why they're all of a sudden this Saw character, but don't you mean Peanut with a silent K? I don't understand. Yeah, I sort of glossed over the fact they've just put a silent K in front of Noah. That's unnecessary. I don't understand silent letters in general anyway. Get rid of them. We don't need them. Like doubt? They just slid a B in there, did they? My DoorDash customer's name is Only. What do you prefer to be called? Anyways, I'm at the Burger King drive-thru, just 2 cars behind the pickup window. Hopefully I'll get your order very soon and be on my way. Is that normal to just say what name do you prefer to be called? Only. And okay. Is their name really Only? What do you prefer to be called? Only. It is their name, to be fair. Well, that's a unique name. I feel like I can sort of picture their personality just from their name as well. Only. I feel like they're quite mysterious and nonchalant. I don't know if you saw the person, but they might have been Thai. Thai people have English names like Apple, One, First, Button, Cinnamon, etc. Okay, so they look at like English words and they think that might be nice for a name. Because to be honest, we do that with other languages as well. Like we'll find the word for strong in a different language and then just call someone that. So that kind of makes sense. I went to a restaurant with a person named Roxanne. Roxanne gave her name to the hostess as there was a wait. I briefly glanced over to the stand to see the hostess wrote Roxanne down as the name. I would stress out so much if I was a server like that, or if I worked at a coffee shop who write names on the cups, because I'm not good at hearing first time, and then I don't like to say, pardon, to what, sorry? I just don't like it. I don't like to admit my weakness in my ears. So I'd rather just pretend that I heard you. I would be spelling people's names just horrifically. And if someone came up like really quick and say, yeah, Roxanne's the name, I'd be like, Roxanne, what the fuck? Do I write that down, or is it well, it's their name, I guess. And then I'm writing down Roxanne before I know it. Or someone comes in and they say, yeah, my name's Ben. Could you put that down? I've written pen on the fucking thing. Pen, your iced latte is here. Shouldn't you be writing something? Shouldn't you be rubbing your face all over a bit of A4 at the moment? Was looking for a cute FNAF food ideas, but got a different kind of jump scare. Happy birthday, Axel. Wow, it's a lot of X's in a name. To be honest, how do you spell Axel then? It's just AXEL, isn't it? So they've just put in an extra X and C. That's just greedy. They're just greedy for that, to be honest with you. That's just utter greed. And you know what? The greed is summed up by this, because they've made cookie pizza. Come on. And his brothers Excel and Incel. Incel, how is Incel the best name out of all of those? That's, yeah. You know it's bad when you'd like to be called Incel. Everybody's so creative. Jennifer, 3 miles away. I hope the fuck not. I get running if I was you. If Jennifer's around the corner. Janie Fur? She hasn't shaved in a while. Janie's got fur. Also an airplane lavatory selfie, so classy. Not that it's not classy, but I'm just thinking, how the fuck have you got time to be taking a photo in an airplane toilet? And why are you making that your Tinder photo? You don't have to make that choice. It's very unique. It's a very unique choice. To take a photo of yourself fresh after having a dump. There's probably a queue of people outside literally desperate, maybe farting a little bit on people in the aisle. It's not their fault, they can't help it. Jennifer's in there taking pics. Is she just wearing a t-shirt as well? I can't even see her legs. It's like they just disappear. Oh, they're orange shorts, that's why. I thought this was skin. Why ruin such a nice simple name like this? Taylor. There is no way they have spelt Taylor like that. Taylor. Taylor. Do you pronounce that differently because it's spelled like that? Taylor. 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 Taylor Swift. I think queefed is better. Okay. Why all the extra letters? Dylan. Oh, hell no. Dylan. You swiping right on Dylan or not? Dylan. Hello? Yeah, it's Dylan. No, it's not still ringing. It's Dylan. It's Dylan. Fine. But that is greedy to chuck all those extra letters in as well. Are they allergic to vowels or something? They just don't want to see an A in that name? It saves a lot of writing just using an A. Maybe they're just scared of them because it's short for ass. My client's daughter name is Disney. The client is covered in Disney tattoo. The client is covered in Disney tattoos, wears only Disney shirts. Family's car is obscenely covered in stickers. But yeah, naming your daughter Disney, that's pretty much a tragedy in my book. That's another example of parent has an obsession, kid gets named after it. But it's a child. They're gonna be called Disney for the rest of their life. Diz for short. Diz is only one step away from discharge. And before you know it, everyone's calling her Discharge at school. That was my nickname at school as well, but it wasn't because of my name, and I'm not telling you why. At least it isn't Disney. That's cooler. Disney or Disney. Yeah, that's way cool. No, they're gonna be running up to her going, oh, Disney, help, there's something wrong with my knee. Oh, which knee? Disney and these nuts as well, by the way. And then she's gonna sob and cry. I just hope, well, I'm sure she will grow up liking Disney, because if the parents like Disney, she'll sort of be watching the films, probably enjoy them. So maybe she'll like the name, but it's a struggle. Because when you get to the age of like, you're in your 20s or your 30s, you're in a business meeting, you're on a Zoom call, and someone can just see your name there and just think, don't know if I'm gonna listen to Disney on this one. Maybe not a tragedy, but no one will ever get his name right. Psalms says, hi neighbors. No, he fucking didn't. He's too young to speak. I hope they don't grow up to have a lisp. Psalms. Yeah, that would be a shame. And it's probably a good time to reveal that my name is I Suck. My surname is Ass. My surname isn't Ass, but my name is actually I Suck, pretty much. Hey, parents got me down to a T. I'm in here sucking my ass every night. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. I'm intrigued to know if any of you guys have any tragedy names. Drop your name down in the comments. Unless it's boring, then I don't want to know. See what the little batchlings, the little batchteria have to say about it. including me. I might even pop in. If any of them are really horrific, I'll pop in and say, haha. But thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share this to your family group chat so they can engorge in all these crazy names. And I'll see you in the next video. But if you don't want to wait that long, just press the video that's on my face right now, because that's a video as well.